Today we're talking about the most important ingredient for a successful business. And let me let you in on a secret. It ain't the money. Compliance is the fundamentally most important ingredient to building a successful business. If you understand it, you will rule in the business world. And if you don't, you can lose it all. Who even talks about corporate compliance? Tell me, who out there in coaching about business and how to have a successful business and market and make money and lead well is talking about this? I haven't heard very many people, which is why yours truly is here. Hello, I am Alicia, your business compliance advocate, and I am here to help you do business well so you can win. You can strategically protect your business, set yourself up for growth in the future, and dominate your market without fear of losing it all because you didn't know the key compliance matters that go into making a business work. Today, we're talking about compliance, people, and every day we're talking about compliance. I'm here to help you understand what I've come to learn in the last decade, working primarily with nonprofits in my professional life, but also, still in my professional life, but outside of my 9-to-5, having worked with several friends and partners, business partners, and myself, setting up compliantly stable businesses. These are the things that I've learned, and I know that these things are going to help you. Compliance is the fundamental. I'm going to say it again. Compliance, corporate compliance, is the fundamentally most important aspect of running a business. Here's how I define compliance. Compliance is staying true to serving, protecting, promoting, and ensuring the longevity of the core mission and mandate of your business. I'll repeat it. Real compliance is staying true to protecting, promoting, and ensuring the core mission and mandate of your business. And here's why having a mindset of compliance in everything you do this is why it matters. It safeguards your business. It safeguards you. It safeguards those that you're working with. It gives you peace of mind. It will keep you out of trouble, hence the peace of mind and the safeguard. It positions you for growth, which is another safeguard. You need safeguards to help you stay within boundary lines for operating according to the law, but also safeguards that keep you focused in the direction that's really going to help you accomplish your goals and make the right decisions to grow and flourish as a business. And when you use compliance as a GPS, a global positioning system, going to situate my business in the right place, in the right time, with the right processes and the right people, you're set up to scale and grow. And a lot of people don't think of compliance in that way, but I've seen it time and time again. Alignment with the mission, with the regulations, having the right people, the right processes, the right mindset, the right game plan, all of those things are staying keyed into the core mission of the business, and that is where growth comes. Compliance begets focus, begets growth, because you have directed energy towards the goal. Compliance is also going to improve your credibility with potential partners and investors. Potential partners, investors will know by seeing how you operate compliantly through your processes, your documents, the way that you communicate is going to come through. They will know that their time, that their energy is safe with you. So this matter of compliance applies to any business. When I say business, I'm talking about you, small business owner. I'm talking about you, solo, freelance, contractor, graphic designer. I'm talking to you, solo musician. I'm talking to you, manager of a band. I'm talking to you, baker and caterer. I'm talking to you, restaurant owner. I'm talking to you, coach and consultant and advisor. Now, the exception to what I'm referring to in business compliance is going to be nonprofits, schools, daycares, low-income housing, those kinds of nonprofit 501c3 organizations. Although all of these points will apply to charities, I believe, and we're mainly focusing on businesses and those who are getting businesses started off the ground, or you've been going for a while and you realize, I got to get this stuff in order. This is who this whole talk and really this channel, this business, my business, The Advocate, is for. Now, the core mission and mandate of your business is the heart of what you're doing. It's the core, it's the soul, it's the heartbeat, it's the pulse, it's the engine, the reason for what you're doing. We're talking about things like, what is my business meant to do in the world? Who am I serving? What's the mission and the desired outcome? Sometimes we start businesses we're not particularly passionate about because we know that there's a need that needs to be met in the community or in general. I remember watching a video from a guy on YouTube who was saying, when he first started out, he did videos that helped train parents on how to protect their daughters online from predators. And he said, even though it was important and it was good, it wasn't something he was particularly passionate about, but he was good at researching it and he knew that people needed it. And he'd grown his channel his business to the point where he could do those videos, but also slide in some things that he loved, that he was really passionate about. I happen now to be super passionate about corporate compliance, but in the beginning, it wasn't so much that I was passionate about compliance. I just loved to research and to figure out answers and give people solutions to help them do what they were called to do. And that's really still the heart of it. So as I began to learn about corporate compliance through my 9-to-5 and realized this applies to nonprofits, but there's so many small business owners who want to do well and who just don't know, and who find themselves owing fines and losing business and missing out on opportunities just because they don't know these simple facts, or people who think, oh, I've got it all together with my business and are really proud to do business well and don't know, man, I was supposed to have all these things all along, and something could come up one day where I need to have the protection from these corporate documents and I don't have it. I've even worked with people who thought they had it all together, went through a hard situation in their business with a partner or something like that, and realized after we talked, like, man, if I had had that together, I would have had even more of a leg up in that situation and would have come out on top. So when we talk about compliance, the heartbeat, the mission, the mandate of your organization, we want to do everything possible to establish, preserve, promote, and protect that, to ensure longevity and ensure that you win by outshining your competition, okay? When you research compliance definitions, you're going to find a lot of rules and regulations that apply to your business. And those can be like, make you crazy. I want you to keep in mind that they're going to, even if you don't agree with them and you think there's a better way, following the rules and regulations are really going to be safeguards that protect you as you grow. And eventually you'll find strategies to make those rules work for you. And also, there's this misconception that, oh, I only make a few thousand, or I make just a little bit, or it's just me working for myself out of the home, so I don't have to pay taxes, or I don't need to have all that stuff in order. That's a lot. I just been doing business just fine by myself on my own in my home. This applies to you too. Small business owners, solo entrepreneurs, these rules apply to you too. And maybe you're doing business well the way you are, but who knows if there's a better strategy, a better corporate setup that would set you up to really achieve the goals that you didn't even know you could have for your business. Maybe a different corporate structure with a little bit more documentation and maintenance would make you attractive to investors who could invest in you and grow your business to a whole other scale you didn't believe was possible. The reality is, at every level of business, there is a level of compliance with rules, regulations, and best practices that you need to be following in order for your business to be successful. You don't want to be out here making a lot of money, but having so much stress internally because your processes and systems are out of whack. And on the outside, it looks like you're doing well, but on the inside, your business is hemorrhaging people and staff, or there's just a lot of unrest because the processes and policies you need to have in place just aren't clear. Savvy investors and entrepreneurs will know the system, they'll know the rules and regulations and best practices so that they can create creative solutions and make those things work for them. When you have good compliance strategies, when you have your corporate compliance in order, you are serving your clients, you're serving your employees well by creating policies and processes and giving guidance that makes the best use of the time and the resources that they are investing into your business. Compliance also brings unity. Built into compliance is the concept of agreement, completion, submitting and being able to work together. So when you have a good compliance structure, you say, this is our mission and our goal, and this is how we're going to get there with our governance, with our legal processes, with our talent management, with our leadership structure, with our products and services. Everyone sees and can go towards the vision together and build together. It's going to make really that focus on what I'm calling operational and missional compliance, having that clear cut and everything set up to fulfill the mission, brings unity and cohesiveness. It helps you attract the right people to your company to work with you. It helps you attract the right customers that you want to work with, and it creates a much more enjoyable, productive, sustainable business, because remember, we're in it for longevity. So compliance creates guardrails and the ability to create a structure to run a business that matters and is life-giving to you and the people who work with you and your clients. Even if you were selling paper cups and paper plates, wouldn't it be great that it was just an enjoyable experience from start to finish, from the consumer to you as the CEO and everyone in between? And then that means that in general in their lives, they're having a good time and being a blessing to others. Even if it seems like it's something that's basic or simple that you're selling, doing it well is going to create a healthy, sustainable business, because it's going to be good for everybody all around. So I am here to advocate for you staying true to the heart of your business's mission. My goal is to give you information that'll help you organize your governance, your legal setup, your talent management, your operations, your employee practices, your fiscal compliance, all those different things, so that you can really shine and dominate with a healthy, sustainable business that is just so attractive, so well run, so good and enjoyable to work with and to work for, that it just lasts. Dominance doesn't mean taking everybody down. I'm saying that dominance means shining so bright that others can't help but notice, and even the businesses around you conform to look like you, like making a positive impact and shining so bright people can't help but notice and be drawn towards you. So I want to dig a little bit. Let's go deeper into talking about preserving, promoting, protecting your business. Preservation is going to be the corporate and legal compliance. This is the legal framework through which you run your business entity. It includes deciding what kind of business you're going to form. It will be a proprietorship, a partnership, an LLC, a corporation. It includes the contracts, the governing documents, the minutes, and the resolutions, and the written consents that you use to document the corporate decisions of your business. It creates a protective framework around the business that helps preserve it, gives it a structure to operate, and protects those who are working with it. Then there's industry compliance, which is also a part of preserving your business. Different industries have certain rules and requirements, and depending on the industry that you're working in, you may have to get certain licenses and permits to operate. For one of the things I think about all the time with this is beauticians. They have to get a certification in their state, and they have a license that you see up that says that they have license to do that kind of work in the state. If you're going to start a trucking company or a limousine company, you're going to need certain permits in the state or in the city. If you're going to be a CPA working within a particular region, you have to get certified to work within those states and do accounting in that state as a certified public accountant. It's very important for us as business owners to make sure that we know the certifications, the licenses and permits required nationally at the state level, or even sometimes even regionally, to do our work, and also to know, are there any certificates and licenses that are good to have that show that we're a credible source for the people that we're working with. I have had 13 years of experience in this area, so I'm quite confident with the advocate with sharing about corporate compliance. But one of the areas of study I really want to grow in is business law on a deeper level, and then also accounting. So on my channel, I can give you, and I will give you, some general guidance and information for the basics and fundamentals of business finances, and also do a lot of referring to other professionals who know this because they're experts in that field. And some of those experts in accounting and business practices will maybe refer you to someone like me. They can say, hey, these are some general things, but for the specifics on keeping up those corporate records, how about you go over there and talk to Alicia, because she's going to be able to give you some more in-depth guidance because that's her area of expertise. I have learned, I have studied, I've devoured this information, I've worked it out, worked through it, applied it, learned from mistakes, helped other people get things set up themselves, and worked with a lot of organizations in this area. So when it comes to what I'm sharing with you, I may not have the certifications, but I have the years of study and information that I know are going to be useful. And that may be the same for you. It doesn't mean you have to have a certificate or a license, but you do want to be an expert in what you're sharing, even as you're growing. And then as I grow, I will be able to bring you even more valuable information. Hey, because we're learning and growing together. And then after we get so we have our corporate legal compliance and governance compliance. We have industry compliance, being aware of and operating in agreement with best practices and rules for our industry. Then there's talent management compliance. What are sound hiring and what are sound practices for bringing in employees, managing them, letting them move on, or letting people go who are not right for your business? What are the requirements for that? But then what are sound strategies for your business? Not every business is going to manage bringing in and hiring employees and working with and serving those employees the same way. So and then also based on your mission, that's going to determine the kind of people that you're looking for and the culture that you want to have within your business. And that leads to operational and leadership compliance based on the mission. How are you going to function? What's the structure? What are the departments? Who are the leads? Who are the employees that you need? How are you guys going to work together and collaborate? With the company that I worked with, I loved working with this company in the formative years, because there was this everyone brings something to the table type mindset. And there was this, we're all going up together. So no matter what position you work, there was this focus on training everyone as a leader, because they believed if we give everyone a leadership mindset, everyone will be proactive and have ownership in their role and have a can-do attitude. And that led for a lot of buy-in, a lot of collaboration. Sometimes it could be messy because everyone was sharing their opinion, but there's a lot of unity and camaraderie. And then there's another company I worked for where it was very much a do as the person above you says. You people on the front line do the work, bless you for your work, and then we higher ups will make sure that everyone's in order. And that wasn't so fun for me because it felt like I didn't have a voice and what I said didn't matter. It was like you carry out those orders and that's all we want from you. So I gave them that, and quite honestly, it was not fulfilling. It was not fulfilling or enjoyable, but I gave them what they wanted, but I was not fulfilled, and I knew I had so much more to give. So that first company, I loved the idea. I loved how they did it, as far as investing in each and every employee at any level, because so many good ideas that made that company great came from that mindset. And with the operational leadership, all of that went towards the missional compliance. We have a mission to serve people in this particular manner. So we're going to work with our employees and create an operating structure that promotes a culture of people. Everyone's a leader. Lead well in what you do and bring that leadership hat to collaborate in the business. That made the mission stronger. It helped us to be even more effective at promoting the mission of that business. So there was corporate and legal compliance that I'm sure that they had in order. Based on the mission, they had a certain mindset that they were looking for and the talent that they brought to the table. And then with that talent, they had an operational and organizational structure that promoted everyone working together cohesively to accomplish the mission. And that led to longevity of that company. And it's still going strong today. And then there's fiscal compliance, making sure that you have all your financial processes in order. It's really great to be paid on time, to be paid well, to be clear on what the payment and the benefits are for the company. And, as an employee, as an owner, knowing where your money is, how to use it wisely, how to invest it wisely. These things are going to take some study, but if you want to have a healthy business at the level where you are, learn what you need to learn and implement it. And then it will grow. And then when you grow to that next level, okay, let me learn what I need to learn here and manage this well, invest in each of these areas in compliance and watch my business grow. That's what I'm talking about when I talk about corporate compliance. It's creating a healthy ecosystem for your business to thrive through having a framework, a process, a focus, and following regulations, orders, and best practices for your business with the legal aspects, the governance aspects, the fiscal and industry aspects, the operational and talent management and leadership and missional aspect of your organization. When you have those things in alignment, you are serving your business well so that it can serve you and make your life good. And that is all about compliance. I know there's not a ton of information in this video about the how-tos. Those are all the other videos on the channel, but I needed to take some time and lay out, what does this mean? Why is it important? And I want you to refer to this video. If you ever get stuck, you're like, why am I doing this? Stick with me. Track with me on this channel. Soak in the videos and the knowledge. Apply the concepts that we learn together, and you will receive valuable information and see real change in your business to help you fulfill your mission as an entrepreneur. You want your business to thrive. I'm here to help you do that. So now let's get to the business of doing business well so we can win. Thanks so much for joining me. And now let's get out there and do business well and win.
Are you ready?